Om Shanti, my dear yogis, and welcome to another Wake Up Yoga class with Paulina, with me here in Montreal. For today's class, please prepare 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can always use books or a toilet paper. Yeah, funny stuff. And a blanket. A blanket is always good for a comfort of your knees and to be more aware when you do stuff, and always in Shavasana when you need just to cover yourself for more heat and warmth. Okay, let's begin. First, I invite you to take your 2 blocks and sit in Virasana. Virasana is the pose as I am sitting, but for the comfort of your knees, you may use 1 or 2 blocks. So take those blocks in between your feet. Move your knees together. And then try to grab those blocks with your feet and lift up. That will help you to engage your inner thighs and your Mula Bandha, the muscles at the base of your spine. Take a deep inhale in and then exhale, release those blocks and sit comfortably. If this is not comfortable enough, there is always possibility for more blocks or a blanket under. Or if it's still not comfortable, then use the sitting position of your choice, like with your legs crossed on Sukhasana, that we did at the very beginning of the year. If this is like super comfortable and you don't feel anything happening in your body, no stretch, then you might use just 1 block or sit in between your heels. And now we're gonna use what's called Anahata Mudra. Mudra is asana for your hands. Make circles from your thumb and index fingers on both hands, and then touch your heart but crossing your hands. Just like that. And then take a deep inhale in, stretching your spine. Exhale, bow your chin to your chest, mind toward your heart, but keep your spine elevated and active. Your navel is in, your lumbar is long. Stay here for a few breaths. And just check what is happening inside your heart. Are there any unwanted emotions or thoughts disturbing your stillness here and now? Maybe you feel like falling inside, rounding your spine at the back, moving shoulders to the front. Or maybe right now you don't feel anything because it's the beginning of a day and you just woke up. Whatever it is, take a deep inhale and exhale, melt the space around your heart. Like there would be an ice wall around that you want to melt with your warm breath, warm gaze, and the warmth coming from your heart. Repeat it a few more times to find yourself a moment of ease and peace, stillness. And after those few breaths, you might feel much more relaxed, much more focused, much more connected with your inner self. And that's the moment when you can release your mudra. Bring your hands either down or in front of your chest. And let's chant 1 deep Om for the beginning of our moving practice. Let's have an inhale together. Beautiful. And then slowly blink, open your eyes. If you need a sip of water, fastly grab one. Great. And now lower your hands on both sides of you, palms opened to the side. Next, inhale, open and lift your palms, maybe let them touch. And exhale, release your hands, but feel that you're rooting down with your sit bones and your crown is rising up. Open your hands back to the side, inhale, open, lift. And exhale, release down by your side. Great. Next, inhale, open. Now interlace your fingers and push your palms, inner palms up to the sky and give yourself some nice warm-uppy stretch, like you're beginning your day. A bit side to side, back and front. Great. Now release your hands in a cactus pose, right angles on both sides. Take a deep inhale in and exhale, move your right to your left one. Inhale, open, take a deep inhale, exhale, left to your right one, a cactus clap. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale, inhale, exhale, and let's do it last time. Inhale and exhale. Great. Now inhale, dive your hands up again. Exhale, move them behind, wide circle, and grab your palms, interlace your fingers again. And now I'm going to show you facing back. Oops. Interlace your fingers and remember which finger is in front. In my case, it's the right one, as I am right dominant person. Now move your shoulder blades and your elbows closer to each other. Make that space in between a bit smaller and start pulling your hands down, reaching your heart up. What is really important, do not exceed your lumbar to the front. Keep your navel in to keep that part strong and active, like you're having a corset. In between and release. Inhale, lift your hands up. And exhale, down and backwards. And now you interlace your fingers again and change of one finger. I call it unfamiliar grab because you're not doing it very often. I am not using my left very often as well. And again, move your shoulder blades and your elbows closer to each other. Hands pull down, lifting your chest. Maybe gaze up on one point at the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Great. And take another deep inhale in and exhale. Lower your hands down on your mat and rise to your hands and knees. Slide your blocks on the side. We're going to stay a bit on the knees, so if you're not super comfortable on your mat, grab your blanket and put underneath. And let's start with, as usually, cat and cow to warm up your spine. Inhale, lift your head and tailbone up. Navel is pulling down. Exhale, navel up, head and tailbone down. Arch your spine. Repeat it 4 or 5 times, basing on your own breath as the best timing. Great, and then come to your natural spine over the ground. Keep your navel slightly in and start making circles with your head. First small ones and then bigger and wider each time. And you will realize that the rest of your body will talk with you, will move simultaneously with your head. Keep that circles more profound And then start the second side. You can bend your elbows. You will realize when you're reaching your head up, you're making like a cow pose, and when down, you're making cat. Yeah. And then make those circles smaller and smaller. Yeah, great. Until you come back to your natural, normal spine. Navel in, untuck your toes, and slowly move backwards, sitting on your heels in a child's pose for just one breath. Inhale and exhale. Then with your next inhale, look front. And start rising up, hands up, body seal. Move your pelvis up, look in between your hands. And now dive down, arching your spine. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Maybe hands slightly behind. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Great, then lift your head. Come to your front, all the way front, half plank. You can tuck or untuck your toes, your belly strong, core in. Exhale, move down. Great. Inhale, lift just your chest for a baby cobra. Your legs are loose, your feet might be stretched toward the back. Lift your chest, look front but on the floor, not at the ceiling. Then lift your hands. Exhale, lower. 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Perfect. Next time we're gonna go to a full cobra. So push your hands down, but let's make it proper this time. Elbows in. Now push your hands down and lift your chest only as much that your pubic bone is still on the ground. If your shoulders are up and you're crunching your neck, lower your shoulders down, stretch your neck, lift your ears up like a little elf from Lord of the Rings. Open your chest but keep your navel in. Beautiful. And come back to your child's pose just to stretch that lumbar part that works a lot in our back bending asanas. Great. And then look front. Come front on your hands and knees. And now stretch your right behind. Lift your leg over the ground. Inhale, and when you exhale, move your knee to your chest. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, arch your spine. Inhale, exhale. Stay here. Move your navel even more up and then step to the front. Make few circles with your pelvis. It's the beginning of a day, and even after work, it's very good to make circles with your pelvis. Great, and then move your knee on the front over your ankle. Inhale, lift up. Keep your core strong, lumbar long, tailbone down. Lift your head up in between, gaze in between your hands, and lower down. Great. Stretch your leg behind and either come to plank, or if you're not ready, half plank. Move your crown front, exhale down. Baby cobra and full cobra. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, full cobra, lift. Exhale, come to your all fours. Hands and knees, adjust your stand. And let's do the second side. Either toes on the ground, strong core, or lift over the ground parallel. Exhale, knee to your chest. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now stay here. Keep your navel even higher, your knee even higher. Step front. Sorry, here. Make some circles with your pelvis. Yes, sometimes the spine might click while you do it. By the way, if you're not reaching down, there is always possibility to come on your blocks. Yeah, very good. And now inhale, lift up. Your weight is on your right leg, your core strong, tailbone facing down, look in between your hands, up. And now dive down, front. Step back either to half plank or full plank, crown front, exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra, lift your hands. Exhale, lower down. Now full cobra lift. Keep your pubic bone down, stretch your shoulders down. Great. And come to your all fours, hands and knees. And let's do slightly more. Now inhale, lift your leg. You can tuck your toes. Bend your knee. Keep your core strong so you're not releasing your lumbar down. And start bouncing your heel up. Great. And now lift higher. Exhale, knee to your chest. Lift higher. Keep your core strong. Knee to your chest. And last time, inhale. Exhale, step front. Inhale, lift. And now make a wide circle with your hands and grab, interlacing your fingers. Grab your palms behind. And as you remember what we did, your elbows and shoulder blades slightly closer to each other. Navel in, strong core set in your spine. Inhale, lift your chest, your hands pulling down. Beautiful back opening asana. And now release your hands up and dive front like we did in Bali Seal. Step back, half plank or a full plank. Exhale down. Let's go straight into cobra. Inhale, lift. Your pubic bone on the ground. Exhale, hands and knees. Okay, left side. Tuck or untuck your toes. Stretch your left. Maybe bend the knee and start bouncing your heel up. Heel is flexed. Core strong. Yeah, so we're not releasing the lumbar. And now lift, knee to your chest, arch your spine. Lift, knee to your chest. Lift, knee to your chest, step front. Yeah, inhale, hands lift. Remember about the core set, strong core, and hands behind. Interlace your fingers, now left or unfamiliar grab. Inhale, lift your chest, stay here for around one deep breath. And now release your hands around, dive down. Step back, add your right, plank or half plank, move front, exhale down, cobra, inhale, lift, and exhale all fours again. And let's go to the final version. So inhale your right behind, bend your leg. Bounce for around one breath, just to warm up back of your legs. Core strong. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to your chest. And one more time. Inhale, lift. Knee to your chest, step front. Inhale, hands lift. And now let's twist. So twist your right side, the same side as the leg in front. Hands stretched front and back. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands behind, familiar grab. Inhale, lift, chest up, core strong, beautiful. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, down. Tuck your toes, now lift the back leg, step straight into plank. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, all fours, hands and knees. And the last version. Stretch your left, bend the leg, core strong, bounce for one breath. Now inhale, exhale, knee to your chest. Inhale, stretch, knee to your chest, step front. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Now twist to your left, or the leg as the same side as leg in front. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands behind, unfamiliar grab, change of one finger. Inhale, lift. Exhale, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Now stretch your legs, step back, straight into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. And this time let's go to child's pose for a few breaths. Stay here for another 3 or 4 breaths, or you can use that little break for a sip of water. When I'm in child's pose, you cannot hear me well, so that's why I'm always up. And from your child's pose, gently start rolling up. Come on your hands and knees again, strong core again. Tuck your toes, push your hands down, stretch space in between the shoulder blades, and lift your knees. Knees are bent because it's our first downward facing dog. Push your hands to the front, knees bent, and start walking your heels down. Moving your pelvis, warming up the rest of your hips, your knees and ankles. And now start moving your feet to your hands. Beautiful. Release all your weight down, maybe shake your head yes and no to check if there is no tension in your neck. If there is, you might always grab your opposite elbow and for a few minutes just rock side to side. It's really helping a lot. If your back of the leg, your hamstrings are tired, do it by the wall. Okay, otherwise, with your next inhale, slide your hands to your thighs, stretch your spine parallel to the ground. Beautiful, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up, and then lower. And one last time, inhale, exhale. Next inhale, open your hands wide circle, but sit in your chair pose. Again, strong core, stretch your lumbar, hands front or up in one line with your body. Then inhale, stretch all the way up. Exhale, move your hands behind your sacrum. Familiar grab, your dominant hand front. Inhale, chest lifts. Lift also your gaze up toward the sky or on one point at the ceiling. Beautiful. And now release, hands up. And now move again backwards. This time use the unfamiliar grab, change of one finger. And pull down, reaching your chest up. Yeah, beautiful. Find nice grounding with your feet. And move your head side to side. And front. And back. Great. And now grab yourself just to give a little counter pose. And release down. Yeah, beautiful. Now you might take your blanket away. We might not need it at the moment, but keep always somewhere by your side. And let's come to our sequence for today. Come to the front and we will start with Sun Salutation B. Open your palms to the side, find the grounding for your feet and long, wide spine. Next inhale, lift your hands up. And exhale, bend your knees and come into chair pose again. Inhale, parallel spine. Hands on your thighs or maybe on the mat if you are very stretchy. Exhale, bend and step into downward facing dog. Now might be much easier for you. Look to your front. If you're familiar with that pose, lift your left leg, three-legged dog. knee to your chest and step the foot behind your right hand. Lower back, heel down. Inhale, lift for warrior one, but we're not gonna stay here for long. You move your pelvis front, your back foot is active, stretch the whole leg. Inhale, hands lift and look up. Exhale, move your hands behind your sacrum, familiar grab. Interlacing your fingers, open your chest, look up at the ceiling. Keep your core strong and gently put your chest on your front leg. Release your head, move your hands up. Beautiful. Stay one full breath. And now using your core, release your hands down and slowly lift up into warrior one again. Inhale, hands lift front. And now your left makes a wide circle to your thigh. Great. This hand is light. Start moving your right behind into crescent warrior one. Yeah, beautiful. And then go down. I know it's still beginning of our practice, so you might feel a bit tired. Move to your plank pose. Step with your right, front and down. Inhale, it's a cobra lift. Pubic bone still on the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's do the second side. So look to your front, maybe lift your left, three-legged dog, knee to your chest, step behind your left hand. Back heel down, it's a small angle around 30 degrees. Lift your hands, strong core, tailbone down, front knee over your ankle, pelvis front, and engage the whole back leg. Now hands behind, find your unfamiliar grab, change of one finger. Inhale, lift your chest, hands down. Exhale, humble warrior one, belly on your thigh, release your neck, lift your hands if possible. One breath. Great. Release your hands, use the core to come up. Lift your hands, wide circle, and now your right goes on the thigh. It's the same hand as the thigh, as the leg behind, and gently move backwards into a beautiful crescent warrior one. And now helicopter your hands left and right. Lift the back heel, step back. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, look front, step, hop or walk to your front. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch your body, hands together and to your heart. Beautiful. Let's go a bit more forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, halfway up, parallel spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now inhale, look front, lift your right if possible. And knee to your chest, step in between your legs, pivot the back foot, move into warrior two. I know we haven't done a lot of hip openers today, so let's move your hands up, stretching front leg. Exhale, release to warrior two. And another time, inhale, exhale. Great. Now inhale, let's go into crescent, left hand down, right up, and slightly behind. Beautiful. Now Parshva Konasana, hand front or over your head, one line from your whole body. Inhale, let's go back into crescent, and exhale, Parshva right angle pose. Two more times, inhale, exhale, inhale. You're gonna see every time it's easier to go deeper in your poses. Yeah, great. Come back to warrior to stretch your front leg. Inhale, move your hands like on the rails. Exhale, triangle pose. right down, left up. Keep your front knee slightly bent to avoid overstretching. Keep your core strong. Sit bones facing backwards. Great. And now use your core again. Let's go behind into crescent triangle. And now move down. Lift your back heel, step back, inhale. Exhale, lower down. And let's add some additional back bending exercises. With your inhale, lift just your legs from the ground, stretch them toward the wall behind you. Yeah, keep your tailbone facing also backwards, and your belly is flat. Great, release. Now your chest, like we do in baby cobra, sorry, I want to say small cobra, but stretch your hands behind like they're reaching toward your feet. Great. One more deep breath and release. And with your next inhale, lift both of them. Yeah, beautiful. Stretch, 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 stretch. And release. And if you're feeling well enough with your interlaced fingers, then grab your palms. And next, locust, come up. Beautiful. And release. Hands down by your side. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay one deep inhale and exhale. And now look front. Maybe lift your left knee to your chest, step in between. Heel down. Come to warrior two on the second side. And again to warm up your hips. Inhale, hands lift, stretch your left. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. And then down. Beautiful. Now it should be good. Now inhale, go to crescent warrior two. Exhale, Parshva. Hand up or over your head. Inhale, backwards, crescent warrior two. Exhale, Parshva Konasana. Each time try to go slightly deeper in your poses. Yeah, beautiful. And the last one, inhale. Exhale. Come back into warrior two. Now stretch your front leg. Move your hands like on the rails. Release left, down, right, up. Triangle, strong core, front knee slightly bent. Yeah, beautiful. And come to a crescent triangle. Legs are stretched, hands go behind. Helicopter your hands down. Lift the back heel. Step back, find yourself in plank pose. Exhale down. Let's move to locust of your choice. So might be just stretch your fingers or use the familiar grab or use the unfamiliar grab. Change of one finger. Inhale, lift. Stay here for 2 breaths. And release. Oh, so good. Move your one and the other cheek on the ground. I'm staying slightly higher for you to hear me well. Great. You can also make a pile with your fingers in front. Place your forehead on top. And now we're gonna move toward the legs again. So lift them like you did in a locust pose, but this time bend the knees. Knees are going just slightly up. It's like 1 centimeter or 1 inch up. And now start to move one heel at the time. Keep your head down to release tension in your neck. As I told you, I'm up because you won't hear me well. And just one heel at the time. Yeah, beautiful. And now release. So good. Great. Let's add your hands, and again, hands of your choice. But the first version, try to lift your hands. You might also use the locust grab. So now lift your legs. Move your knees slightly away from your pelvis and then lift your chest. And yeah, a baby locust not locust, a baby bow pose. And release. And for the last version, you can use again a baby bow, what we just did, or grab your feet if you have that space. But instead of rising up again, first lift your chest, then move your legs away from your center, lifting your chest, and then you can lift slightly up. I'm not a super backbendy person, so my bow is not the most beautiful one, but I hope you can make a very nice one. And release, totally great. Head on your pile of hands, or maybe one cheek and then another, and rock your pelvis side to side to avoid tension in your lumbar. Yeah, beautiful. And let's give your shoulder girdle a little bit of a stretch. Move your right one to the side. I'm showing you the left because you won't see the right one. Now the left one goes next to your chest, roll on your side, temple down. When you move your hand lower, closer to your pelvis, it's an easier stretch. If you move it higher, it's a deeper stretch. So decide what a stretch you want. And if you're not feeling comfortable, you can bend the left leg and step behind. Stay here for another deep breath. Great. And unwind, come to the front. I need to move a bit away. And the second side, left hand on the side, roll. Now you can keep this hand for more balance. Bend your upper leg, step behind. And unwind, come back front on your mat. Push your hands down. Let's go into one cobra. Exhale. Come to wide-legged child's pose. And then gently lift your head, walk to your right side and release. And then lift again, walk to your second side and release. And then lift, come to your front, hands next to your knees and slowly roll up until sitting. Move your feet to your right side. I'm going to show you sitting front. Your knees might be closer or a bit wider apart. Right hand down next to your feet. Inhale, lift your left and bend over. Then move up and let's make a twist. Push away from your front knee and look behind. Great. Then come to your front. You might put your feet parallel to each other or stretched. If you've never done the tabletop, keep your feet, your knees bent, and then lift. Oh, I'm having the wall behind me. You can open your chest to the sky and release. Second side, knees and feet on your left. Left hand down, right up, and bend over. Now come into twist. Move backwards, look. On one point you can push away from your knee. And then come back to a tabletop. So your feet or legs bent, or this time you might try with stretch. Inhale, flex, exhale, point your feet and lift your spine, your pelvis, whoops, again the wall, and release all the way down. And now bend your knees again. You can grab your knees for more balance or under, or keep your hands by your side, arch your spine and go very gently down, keeping your core strong. Whoa, not like I did. Hands down to bridge poses. Push your feet into the ground and start rolling your pelvis, starting with your tailbone, then your lumbar, your chest up. Exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. And another time, inhale, exhale. Great. Stretch your left. If it's hard for you to keep it stretched, you can always slightly bend and put the foot down. Bring your right to your chest. Take a deep inhale. You can keep your left engaged. Exhale, move your knee to your chest. Yeah, great. Flatten all your spine on the ground. And now move the knee on your left side for a twist. Your right goes on the side, palm facing up or down. Inhale, come back front, change your legs. Now keep your right engaged, your whole spine rooted in the ground flat. Exhale, knee to your chest. And now move the knee on your right side, left hand on the side. Stay here for one deep breath. And come back up. And now take your knees and make some nice circles before Shavasana. And find your Shavasana. Your hands and feet stretched apart. Corpus pose, close your eyes. Start to imagine a green light behind your sternum in your heart center. And that light is slowly spreading all over your body, from your heart to the whole chest, then down toward the belly, your pelvis, hips, your legs, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, feet, up to your toes, and then up to your collarbones and shoulder blades, shoulders, to your arms, your elbows, your forearms, wrists, palms, and finger up to your fingertips, and even higher to your neck, your jaw, your back and front of your head, your face and all facial organs, skin behind, under your hair, up to the crown, to very top. So for a few breaths, you feel like a vibrant green human-shaped light. Stay here for another 2 or 3 breaths, melting your whole being in this light. And now with your next inhale, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Then moving your ankles, your wrists, your head side to side. Yeah, great. Wiggle and stretch your whole body. Start with one leg, one arm at the time. Bend your knees. Bring your knees to your chest. Hug with your arms and rock side to side. And then roll on your right. Gently push the mat away. Keep your eyes closed. And find yourself sitting in a comfortable position. Touch your palms in front of your chest. Take a deep inhale in to stretch your spine. And exhale, bow your chin to your chest or your mind toward your heart. And let's chant one Om for a closure. Let's take a deep inhale in. And slowly blink open your eyes, raising your gaze. I want to thank you for the class today. I hope you really liked it. There was a lot of chest opening or heart opening asanas, so you might feel all those positive emotions now coming to you freely and without any effort. Next week, we're gonna focus a bit on the shoulder girdle. And actually, that's it. See you next week. Hari Om Om Tat Sat. Namaste.